Welcome to the Minesweeper project on bbteacher.com.
Now it's time to continue building our board. A couple of little items here that we look like we need to add. As we do this, we will be using the build board the first time through, which is not a big deal. But the second and third, if we rebuild the board, we will have to not keep adding new controls to our panel mine. Can't do that over and over again because we'll just keep getting more and more mine cells in the control collection. So each time through then we need to remember to clear out the panel mine collection, pnl mine.controls.clear, and that will help that out. Now this takes a little time, especially for the larger boards, and one trick you can do there is to hide it while you work on it. So we'll do this me.hide as we work through building the board, and then at the very bottom of the routine then we'll do it the opposite, me.show. And that will get rid of the form for the time it takes to build it. Now let's play around with the resizing routine just a little bit. Now, because the table layout panel is a dynamic resizing tool, the panel size, which needs to be the number of board rows times the cell size, and the height, which is similarly calculated, cannot be automatic. You cannot set the panel and have the control expand out to fit it. It's basically you have to expand or contract the entire form until you hit the size that you want. And so, but it will always keep the same margins correctly, and the only thing that we have to do here is to make the cells fit into the panel. And so we'll start off here by setting the width, and we'll start this off by setting the width of the form to the a size that we know is smaller than what we'll need, and that's the board calls times the cell size. Excuse me. And then we will gradually increase that size up until the panel is the correct size. So we will do this loop until me.panel mine, the panel that holds all the mines, width is equal to the correct size, board calls, times cell size. And so this will incrementally add to the width of the form 1 pixel at a time until the panel mine is the correct size. We have to redo the same routine vertically now. Me.height equals board rows, and this will be smaller than the actual size we need, cell size. And then we'll do until me.panel with panel mine height equals board rows times cell size. And again we will got an extra L in there, me.height plus equals 1. Now it's time to test it, so we'll save our work and run the program with our run button. With a little bit of luck, now we will see that it has correctly resized to fit the cells, and the cells exactly fit in the space that we want them to fit in, and the game has our 2 windows at the top which dynamically expand. We still can expand this down here, so we need to set some properties on the form so that the user cannot do that. We also don't want them to be able to maximize or minimize the form. Minimize perhaps, but neither one of those is particularly good. So we'll set some controls here on the form, and we will keep control of those things ourselves. So back to the form designer, clicking the form's properties. And now on the form's properties, then we can set the form border style to fixed single, and we can eliminate the minimize and maximize boxes. And let's try that again. Now it automatically resizes to the correct size. There it is. And you cannot grab the corner and resize it here, and you cannot minimize or maximize, but you can close the form. So the game sits there, plays until you're done. You might make a case for minimizing the game. I don't know about that, but you certainly can control that if you like. Now let's do one more thing. I noticed that we have not ever set our properties of our form to the title, the correct title. And so let's set the text of our form to say, where's my text there? Form 1 text. There we go. We'll call it Minesweeper. Okay. And that's not a valid property because we're still running the program. And so we'll stop the program and change the property now. And that should work. So now it says Minesweeper at the top. Okay, now that's enough for this session. We'll stop there for a few minutes. In our next session, we'll start building the routines that hide the mines behind the cells. Thanks for programming along with us.